Evening, everyone. So, I would like to start by narrating a story about a person who was visually impaired, that means low eyesight from birth. The life went okay with some problem in studies, but things was easy till class 10th. Then came class 11th and class 12th, and that's where the challenge arise. Person had a eye ache and doctor suggested that you should stop studies. Now, for a person who has just passed 10th, think about the situation in the 90s. What should that person do? Can't start his own business. So, what can he do? But then came the big support. The support was there previously as well, but this time the support was the backbone for this person. He could do the complete his 12th, do the BCom, get into a top MBA school in India and started working. That incidents and that experience informed that person that yes, you can do it if there is an enough support. And that support continued in graduation, in post graduation. But now it's 11 years, and the person realized it's the time to give back. Hello, everyone. I was talking about me. And it was in 2007 that I realized that this is the time to give back to the society, the community, which supported me, which helped me. And there are others who need support, who need help. How can I do that? I was doing a good job at MNC, life was cool, had just had an overseas stint. But then I thought, let me do something for people with disabilities. I contacted IMS Learning Resources, who then got me in touch with Dr. Sam Tarapurwala, who was running an institute called Xavier Resource Center for Visually Challenged. I met Dr. Sam, a very nice, friendly, and above all, a person who is mission guided. He said, Amit, can you help some of our students prepare for CAT and other entrance examination? That was a surprise for me. What is the big challenge here? But then I realized the big challenge. It was our system. Yes, our system was there to failing them. What happened with them was that after 7th, they had the option not to choose mathematics. And what is the best option? Not to do it. And that's what most of the schools did. But now in any examination, numerical ability is the most important thing. What should they do? I said, okay, let me take this challenge without realizing what I am getting into. Think about yourself. You would have studied maths, right? Now think without whiteboard, without blackboard, without any board, just by a voice, talking about algebra, talking about x, the y's, or think about geometry. How will you tell that person the different pentagons, octagons, heptagons? How will you tell that person? And yes, that was the challenge for me. It was a great learning for me and for my students as well, I think so. Some of them got into good MBA schools. One of them did not get into an MBA school, but that person managed to get a government job. All are doing good, are in different positions within the corporate. One is with the HR department, one is with the finance department, one is with the marketing department, and the person in the government job is doing good. This was the beginning of a project which XRCVC later took on, which was about helping visually impaired learn mathematics. Another time I came when two people came to me and asked to teach mathematics for their bank examination. A challenging task again, but luckily I was able to do that. And then I thought to go back to academics myself and enrolled myself for PhD. And in PhD, I realized how much inclusive our higher education system is. I did realize it during my post-graduation, but PhD was a big realization for me, because then I realized that things needs to move. And that's when, and what happened was an interesting incident. One of the MBA students came who had a problem. And I approached, along with one of my friends, we approached the admin office, which used to call as the PGP office. They were very incoming. They wanted that somebody should help. And we started working. And that work continued for quite a long time. We did a lot of things like one-to-one advisory, awareness session for every individual, and whatnot. And I'm proud to say that in 2019, when I left IIM Calcutta, it was a great experience, because there were many changes which was done at IIM Calcutta. Have they completed all of the things? I would say no. Have they moved far away? Yes. And that was the thing. But doing something during my PhD for IIM Calcutta, was that the best thing to do? I think there are still a lot of things to happen. I want an institution, I want a system where no person has to think when they are joining an MBA institution, which one should I join? Which one will be inclusive? Which one will be excluding? All can join and all can decide on other merits, not their inclusivity. If all the institutes become inclusive, all the institutes have the facilities to create an environment where a person without vision, a person on a wheelchair, using a wheelchair, can learn. Is it easy? Not. Is it possible? Yes. I still remember, and I will end by this incident. I still remember I had to ask a student who contacted me that I have got offers from these ABC, not the IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, but some institute's name. And I had to suggest to him a lower grade institute as far as the ranking goes. Not that institute is bad, but as far as the ranking goes, because that institute was more inclusive. The person is doing good, right? But he could have done better. I just have a vision that one day all our higher education institutes will be inclusive. Thank you very much. Hope that you find some inspiration and work towards inclusivity in higher education.